and welcome back to Cruising as Crew. My name is Lucy and today we are going to be doing a quarantine Q&A. So for those of you who don't know, I am currently quarantining on board my cruise ship, the Scarlet Lady. And a few days ago I asked you on Instagram to submit your quarantine questions. So that's what we're going to go through today. But before we start, I just want to say a huge welcome and thank you to everyone who has recently subscribed. I'm so thrilled to have you and I really hope you enjoyed this video. So the first question is, are you staying in a crew cabin? I wish. This is a passenger cabin, so I'm lucky enough to quarantine here for 10 days and then I will go down to my crew cabin where I will live out the rest of my contract. How long do you have to quarantine for if you're vaccinated versus not vaccinated? Well, I am not vaccinated and I have to quarantine for 10 days. People who are vaccinated have been able to get on board and start work immediately. Is it true that you have free Wi-Fi? It is true. Virgin Voyages provides free Wi-Fi for crew members the whole time. However, I believe the majority of cruise lines are providing free Wi-Fi at the moment for crew members who are quarantining, because it's very important that we stay in touch with our family and our friends back home. How good is the Wi-Fi? It's not bad. It's good enough to do like the basics, like messaging. I can send some voice notes. I can do my training. I can send emails and stuff. However, when it comes to video calling, I've been using my mobile data, and obviously like uploading videos and stuff like that, I'll use my mobile data. But for the basic stuff, it's really good. Are you bored? No, I'm not bored. I think I said this in one of my vlogs, like, I've just got so much to do, like with filming these videos and doing all the training for my job and then just reading my book and watching the films. I haven't been bored as of yet, so if I'm completely honest, I'm thoroughly enjoying quarantine. So I've had a lot of questions about the food situation while I'm in quarantine, so let's just tackle that right now. Every day there is a link that we have to go on and put our order in for the next day's food. So through that link we can select what we want for breakfast, lunch and dinner for the following day. There's always 3 options, so for breakfast there's like continental, American, and I can't remember what the third one is. For lunch there's always like a meat option, a fish option and a veggie option, and the same for dinner. And then you can order like extra salad, extra veg, dessert, so you can choose what you have with your main dish, which is really nice. And then you can also order a drink on there as well. That then gets delivered to my cabin door at the appropriate time. So at about 8 in the morning my doorbell rings and breakfast is here. At about 12:30 the doorbell rings again and I've got lunch, and then at about 7 o'clock my dinner comes. And let me tell you, it's absolutely delicious. I was a little bit worried because, you know, food for crew isn't renowned for being the best. However, this has been absolutely delicious, and I actually did bring like things to snack on because I was like, I don't know how much food I'm gonna get. I don't know what the portion sizes are gonna be like. You know, I obviously had no idea what I was coming into, but the portion sizes are more than enough. It's delicious. I feel like I'm getting all the nutrients that I need. So yeah, I haven't needed to dig into my emergency stash yet. Is there a set time for food? So yes, the times that I just mentioned are the times that it comes. Obviously people have to prepare it. It has to be delivered to the cabin, so if every crew member that was quarantining was just ordering food when they felt like it, that would be a hell of a lot of work for the other crew members. So we get it at a set time. You can eat it whenever you want to, but that's the time that it comes. And it's good to have routine so that you can structure your day around it. How long is my contract? So my contract is going to be 6 months if, you know, everything goes to plan, COVID stays at bay, all stays well. So yeah, hopefully I will be returning home around Christmas time. How does it feel to be back? Thanks, Dawn. It feels incredible to be back. I don't think I've stopped smiling since I've got back, mainly because I get to lounge around in here all day. I mean, who wouldn't love that? For those of you who don't know, I have been working on cruise ships since I was 20, so this is very much what I do. So to be home for over a year was challenging. Made the most of it, but it was challenging, and it's just so lovely to feel like things are getting back to normal, and I'm just thrilled. I'm just so thrilled to be here. And it's so lovely to see old faces, you know, the other people that were here in like January 2020. It's really nice. Well, I mean, I haven't seen a lot of them, but when I came on board initially, it was really nice to see some familiar faces. How do I entertain myself? Well, I have this YouTube channel which honestly has been keeping me really busy. But for crew members who are planning to go on board and they know that they have to quarantine, you will most likely have training to do that's going to keep you busy. But other than YouTube and training, I have been working out, doing yoga, watching TV, reading my book, calling family and friends, and you'll be surprised at how fast the day actually goes if you get into a rhythm and you get some kind of routine and structure. I mean, quarantine is flying by for me, so I hope that is the case for everyone else as well. Are you doing any work while you are in quarantine? The only work that I am doing is training towards being on the cruise line and being in the shops. So I'm familiarising myself with the brands that we sell in the shops, and also familiarising myself with the safety procedures, and I'm familiarising myself with all the policies that the company have. But that is the only work that I'm really able to do at the moment. It's just a lot of training. A few people have asked, like, how are we getting meals if everyone's quarantining? So not everyone is quarantining. Even during the main portion of the pandemic, there was always skeleton crew on board. And skeleton crew includes anyone that basically makes the cruise ship run. So there would have always been chefs on board, always been like engineers, officers, the captain would have always been on board, the doctors would have always been on board. Shop staff, you don't really need them to make a ship run. So not everyone joined at the same time. We didn't all join on Monday, you know. There's people that have been here since February, since May, and obviously they don't need to quarantine because they've already quarantined, if that makes sense. So the chefs that are preparing our food, the people that are bringing the food to the door, the people that are just making the ship run, they will have been here for a while and have already done their quarantining process. So they are now out of quarantine, free to roam around the ship at their will and go to work and do like normal day-to-day things. Did I get my luggage right away? I did. I brought my luggage straight to my cabin. So I got on board, we all left our luggage in one of the rooms while we sorted out our paperwork, got our medicals checked, our STCWs, all of that good stuff. And then when it was time to be escorted to our cabins, we went back to that room, picked up our luggage and brought it to our cabin ourselves. Yeah, you will have your luggage with you at all times, so you don't have to wait for it to come. You can get into your cabin and unpack straight away. And a few of you made fun of me for unpack, because I literally unpacked everything and they're like, you're only there for 10 days. I know I'm only here for 10 days, but my theory was if I leave all my clothes rolled up in my case, when I get them out in 10 days, I'm going to have to iron everything. Whereas if I get them out now, hang them up, then they're not going to be as creased. So there was method to my madness. However, I might be regretting that when I have to pack it all up again to take it downstairs to my crew cabin. You quarantine with a roommate? No, that would completely defeat the purpose of quarantining. No matter what cruise ship you go on, no matter what cruise line, you will quarantine on your own. What is the most exciting thing about being back on board? You know what, I got really excited when we sailed away from Portsmouth. I love a sail away, so that was really exciting. And then also I was looking over the balcony and I noticed someone quarantining in the deck below me, and then to my right there was another person quarantining, so we had a little conversation, which was nice, and it just got me really excited about all the people that I'm going to meet, because that is one of the main things that I love about working on cruise ships, is the array of people that you get to meet and experience and become friends with. So I'm really excited to get out of quarantine and get meeting people. Is there any information on when crew might be able to go outside in port? No, I've had no information on that, and I am just expecting to not be able to get off, and then if I can get out in port one of the days, then that's a bonus. But I wouldn't go on a cruise ship expecting that you will be able to get off, because I think you might be disappointed, because I think it's going to be quite a while before they're going to let crew get off and roam around freely, because obviously we need to ensure the ship stays a safe place for our passengers. So it's a small price to pay to ensure that we keep our ship as safe as possible. What is the first thing you're going to do when you get out of quarantine? Probably get a coffee. I have been able to have coffee delivered with my food, but it'll be nice to put in like a fancy, not a fancy coffee order, but just you know, a jazzed up coffee order. So yeah, I'm going to get a coffee. Is that sad? I don't care. I'm joining a cruise ship soon and we'll have to quarantine. I am worried about going stir crazy. It's understandable that we're a little bit apprehensive before we get on board, but like everything, the thought is usually a lot worse than the actuality of it. I was apprehensive to quarantine and now I am here. I am thoroughly enjoying every single minute of it. But I did make a video where I made a schedule for myself while I am in quarantine, and I would recommend that you do that. Just make some promises to yourself, you know, some things that you are absolutely going to do that day, and it just helps you create routine and not lose all of your marbles. Are you missing home yet? No, I'm not missing home yet. I'm only like a few days into it, and to be honest, we've been pulling into Portsmouth every other day. So I don't feel like I'm that far away from home. Well, I'm not that far away from home. So yeah, I'm not missing it yet, but I will. What is your favourite thing about the room? The rain shower is lovely, and the hammock. The hammock is so comfortable. The other night it was glorious. It was so sunny, it was beautiful sunset, and I just lay in the hammock and was swaying in the sea breeze, and I was like, this is bliss. So yeah, the hammock. Oh, but the bed's great. Nah, the hammock's my favourite thing. Love the hammock. Really gonna miss the hammock when I go down to my crew cabin. Well guys, that is the end of our quarantine Q&A. Thank you so much for submitting your questions. I really hope you enjoyed that video. I love when we do videos like this and you guys interact. It's great. But anyway, I hope you have a really good day. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video, guys. Bye.